Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. In the last episode we met a few people here in the fishing village, and I think it's time for us to have a look inside of this building up here, because this may be our new abode. Oh, look, we found 0.5 of a real. Let's look in through this window. You can't see into the house from this angle. Well, thanks.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Let's unlock this shack door with a key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
That seems fair, Kim.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
I will not be long, my friend. Oh wow. This place actually doesn't look that bad. I am genuinely surprised. I was expecting it to just be horrendous. The floorboards creak under your step. That doesn't mean there's something hidden under the floorboards, does it? You see the waves, the sea, a church. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. Is this a shaving kit? Can I shave?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Oh no, hand-eye coordination. I feel like I want to do this, but on the other hand, I'll probably slit my throat or something. Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
Oh, let's try it. Cross your fingers.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Hey look, it's changed my portrait down here. Feel your clean shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
Oh, let's go. That's what I'm trying to go for. I'm a professional.
The beardless nature of your cheeks makes the expression seem even more like a terrifying grimace.
Oh no. Let's leave. Anything else in here? There's a mirror. What's this up here? A breaker box? This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The box above the bed. What is this? A Korojev jacket? I'm always down for a new jacket. It's going to be hard to beat our current jacket though. This swanky checkered jacket flatters your form in a way that makes you feel the fun. Kind of serious. It has really nice, roomy pockets too. Anything in said pockets? Wait, let me put it on. Sometimes when we put these things on, it's like, you found something. No? Okay. I'm going to go back to the police officer's jacket because it is just better in most ways. Depending if we need more logic, but that is an outfit that I can wear to give myself more logic. And let's look in the mirror. Let's hope this doesn't go horribly wrong. In fact, I'm going to quick save. We have a bad time with mirrors.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Okay, encyclopedia, formidable. Dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression. 42%. Can I increase my encyclopedia? I don't think I can. Ah, well, 42%. Cross your fingers.
Like the rest of
Damn.
you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Let the mirror be. Okay, so let's go back outside and see if Kim has a heart attack. Inside, you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heat sputtering. Is he going to say anything?
Yes?
So, point to my face. I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
You can tell me, Kim.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Never mind. Okay, it's fine. Look, I thought it was going to be a way of making myself look more respectable. That was the plan, and I feel like we've managed to pull that off. Okay, what is going on over here? There is a lady leaning up against a bench, a bucket, and a box. Let's look in the bucket. Ah, can tear. What are these doing in the fish? Huh? Haven't seen the RCM around for ages. Wait. Fran-Congarian cavalry boots. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night. The heel comes in handy too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller, but could it be that it also making you sharper, more perceptive to your surroundings? Now that you've gained a new perspective. Wow, these are... Like, our current shoes don't actually do anything other than +1 to indirect modes of taxation, and I don't know what this actually means. +1 to the kingdom of conscience. I have no idea what this means. They're not like straight up stats. Might be worth me wearing the boots. Oh, they're looking a bit dirty. Oh no. But extra perception never hurt anyone, I guess. I do look like I am about to ride a horse, but I guess that is the point. So who is this lady here?
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer. That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. So, I've questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Point to the saber on her hip. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Hold on, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
That is true. It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
So why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
True. Most people I've met are scared.
Aye. No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. But only frightened people are really dangerous. And plenty of them are dangerous.
I ask her if I can borrow the sword? She's not going to give it to me, surely. But I'm going to ask.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check? You would put me in an early grave.
So where are all these men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Ah. Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Oh. Gone where? Oh, God. Gone where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
That's bad. What happened?
Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Oh my god. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it?
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what looks like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
No! Come on! Oh! Oh no. Kim's presence makes it awkward. Don't know a good spot yet. I need to explore the coast. Okay, wait, I need to explore the coast first before we even think about it. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for missing cryptozoologists.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard about those.
2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where did they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Oh god. Idiot Doom Spiral over there needs his jacket. Have you seen it?
Remarkable. That one already lost everything else, and now his jacket too. It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police officer looking for it. Good old Doom Spiral. Upper management to the core.
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
Should I say I'm collecting evidence to charge him with petty theft? I don't really know why I do things. Everything just happens to me. I'm just trying to help out a stranger in need. Let's try that one.
How sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunks are inexplicably drawn to markets. Might be why they have such trouble staying in business.
A phenomenon that the spectral hand theory of the market fails to account for.
If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking as any.
Okay, so what do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Interesting. What have you found? Let's go with that one. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
Oh god.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know about those human bodies. A mine? The RCM could use a mine. Where is it? Drugs? I need info on this. Major narc. Point to yourself. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? Should we ask about the dead bodies? Or should I ask about... I'm curious about the mine. I'm drawn towards the mine. I don't know why. Let's click it.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Spiky? Must have been a naval contact mine.
Thanks, interfacing. So I take it that's your skiff? Point at the overturned boat.
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Oh, well, I'll be seeing you. Interesting, so we can look on the beach to find stuff, maybe. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What boat? I don't see a boat. Money? Is this the market? What is over here? No, this is just a pier, right? Where is this boardwalk they keep talking about? The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Okay, well let's look further down the beach. Not entirely sure. I don't think I can get in here, can I? I tried in the last episode, so... or the episode before last, I should say. But yeah, we have to go up this way. I've looked in this building, haven't I? The kids... Can I look down here? I can't get down there, okay. Can I? No. No, there's a barrier. Okay. Let's go up this way then. To the north, where everyone keeps telling me everything is. Not that I can see much right now. Oh, there's something in that grass over there. I see you. This then. Rust-eaten letters read Mazout. Let's zoom out a bit here. Looks like a bus stop. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? The west is up this way. Let's see what's in here. There's a shadow up there. What is that? Other than terrifying. Money? The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Let's look this way, because this is where the sea is going to be, I believe. Quick travel unlocked. The church. I can quick travel. What do you mean I can quick travel? How do I quick travel? Oh, I don't have a map. Frick. I've only got a map for like Revachol. Ah. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water is you. What is over here? Is this the church up here then? Kind of lost at my surroundings right now. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Is that a tent? What the, where am I right now? Before you, a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. Oh, I see it. A school of fish huddle around the fence post and scatter into the dark. So in order to get over there, we need to come at it from that angle, huh? This kind of looks like where the cryptozoologists are, but if I click on this, am I going to be able to see it if I walk around? Can I go under the church? I can. Okay, let's look in the church first. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dusty pews, the shadows. Many seem to be missing. Probably turn to firewood if I had to guess. An altar shrouded in dark. Or something like that. It's too dark to tell. The sign reads St. Bern, 1147. Let's go in.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
We can rattle the doors to see if they're open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to work.
Let's inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run our hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a closer look at the padlock. Maybe we can cut it.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Let's look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Ah,
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
what makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
Dan, what does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here? I guess the fact it's a sticker.
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Yeah, it's also valid, I suppose. I agree, it's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead? Or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony
That
here?
level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Let's try and peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry, where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover. Let's put it in the ledger, right after the last entry.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Let's inspect that staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Let's turn to the lieutenant. This is where my pry bar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Really, Kim?
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Where do you think we should start?
Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Well, I guess I will leave. Oh my, I just looked out to the window and it's snowing. Good lord. Didn't expect that. I was like, why is it suddenly gone dark in here? So, Kim won't let us in that way. Let's see. Throw a way in round the back, maybe? I don't know. I guess, you know what? I'm going to go see what's in that camp. To the east would be this way, so... I feel like there has to be a way. Anything up there, maybe? No? Is that a cairn? Every time there's a cairn in a video game, I knock it over. It must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Can I open this while I'm here? Not really much of a shortcut.
Pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push it over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
The lieutenant gestures towards the young woman next to the tent. Can I search the tent before I talk to her? This is someone's home away from home, just like yours.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Should we squeeze in?
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
That seems fair.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Oh yeah, let's go. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. A speaker, the big kind. They use for live music. I'm gonna have to lower this down in post. I can feel it right now. These guys know how to party. Okay, who do I want to talk to? The guy standing up, I guess?
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
A strangely dressed young man says without looking up from his toolbox. Alright, I'll speak to Andre. You, Andre?
See a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I'll shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid,
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
and Egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organised?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Are they all in the church? Because I think this is where this is going.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Honest for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended. Dopeheads!
Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt. Strike that, the word! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also,
They don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I mean, I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Did you put the padlock on the door?
Yes. I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
You locked people in the room?
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
I can be sure they haven't starved to
I'm
death.
super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Oh my god.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I catch your drift.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
I get by. Now, where was I with that
He
padlock?
nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of one smart cop.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool and fused move, tossing it in your general direction. I'm gonna see if I can catch it.
You sense the
Let's go.
trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freak's nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Yes, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Valid point. What was that about something watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
Oh, my thing finished.
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. Like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Ambush behaviour, nod, crab man.
Crab man!
Oh god.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building. There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastices own the church. Who are these ecclesiastices?
Oh yeah, that's a Meteoran name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Shall we mask it? Now humour me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
It's good enough for me. Now let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Damn, they were convinced I was a smart cop, so I've lost my chances here. Alright, well, let's leave for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Date of birth generator. You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
What bonuses do we get from this? -1 difficulty to all physique passives. Learning cap for logic raised to 4. How very useful. Let me get out of this tent because it's really loud. Okay, so we need to investigate the church, but I think we'll be doing that and talking to this lady in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.